All right. Sorry, I had to get my camera online. All right. So basically, I don't understand these women that get on here and demand men to pay for everything. If you as an adult, I don't care what gender you are, if you cannot take care of yourself, you are you are in big trouble. Like big trouble, and you should not even be putting your self care on somebody else or disguising it as a relationship, because that's basically what these women are doing. They're what they really want is to be independent, but the only way that some of these women can achieve it is to get into a relationship with some gullible man, and then somehow convince him that she needs to live with him. This is why you need to this is the standard that's going to eliminate all this. Let me tell you how to solve this. Live by yourself. That's the standard. Live by yourself. And tell these women, no, 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 no. If I'm not married to you, you're going to have your own house. That way, if you force that upon them, you're going to force them to pay 100% of their bills, because if they're living by themselves, they're going to pay 100% of their bills. If if you get with this type of woman and you move her in to your place, or you get a place with her, she is going to stop paying the bills. She's going to force that upon you. Like, well, she's going to pretend that she's going to do something, and all of a sudden, poof, stop paying the bills. And then you, to protect yourself, you're going to have to pay 100% to protect yourself. That's exactly what she's going to force. This is why you don't do this crap unless you're married. Unless you know this woman, you know her intentions, you know what type of person you're dealing with. Until then, you do not make these type of deals at all. These women are out of line, completely and utterly out of line. These deals are not good. It's not even a deal. Like, are you that desperate for something that you're going to risk your entire future for this? And especially if you're a man, there's no excuse. As a man, if you want kids and a family, this is why some of these women are jealous of men, because you could wait until you're 40, 45, 50 years old and you're completely financially stable. Like, the man could focus on his career, live the single life, be by himself. All of a sudden he's 45, 50. I want a wife and a kid or whatever. I'm not recommending that, but if you wanted that, it's very possible. Now, this older man can pick a woman that is slightly older, but still is possible to create a family and go that route if he so desires to. I didn't want that, so I didn't choose that path for myself. I chose an older woman on purpose, but I'm saying it's possible for men that want children to do it this way. That way, you're coming with the stability. You have something to provide for the wife. I use the word wife, right? And go from there. But for you as a young man that has nothing, and you have a McDonald's salary, and you go and cohabitate and get her pregnant with a McDonald's salary, you just completely and utterly screwed yourself. You know they're going to take your entire check from you, right? Just about. And it gets even worse for you when you have multiple kids on no money. The more kids you have, the more percentage of that check they're going to take from you. And now you don't even have enough money to help yourself get to the next job, or help you improve yourself. Because if you want to improve yourself via school, or do martial arts like I do, or do something else to improve yourself, it's going to cost you money. Even when you go to school and you're taking out student loans, the student loans don't kick in right away. You still have to buy those books on time. The books are over $300. In certain cases, the biology textbook is, like, by itself is $300. You're talking over $600 in textbooks alone. This is why I never believed in college. I got forced to go to college by my parents. So, and I used my GI Bill from the Army to do it. So it was free, but it I wanted to pursue martial arts more heavily, and which I did. I actually I ended up doing what she wanted. I have to live with her, so I ended up doing what she wanted plus what I wanted at the same time, because it's like she didn't want to let me focus on martial arts by itself. So I ended up going to school and doing martial arts at the same time. When I moved the fuck out of my mom's house, I cut her off, stopped talking to her, deleted her number, and I moved on to what I wanted to do with my life. And that's how I just immediately changed my destiny back to what it was supposed to be when I moved out. Um, but the whole time I wasn't living with women. I didn't get married until I was 43. I'm 45, I'm about to be 46. Um, Understand this. If you let these women sucker you into this, you're going to not have any money because you're going to be too busy taking care of them, paying for their hair, their nails, or whatever, and they're going to some of these women think they can force a man to do this. She's going to force a simp to do this. This is a man that has no backbone. This is a man that has literally no other options, because if you had options, you would not be doing that. You would be the one in complete control. So it's a man that has literally no options, and this woman, some miraculously got with this woman, you're gonna get played, and she is going to cheat on you. She's going to do all kinds of crap to you because she does not respect you, and the fact that she's stepping out on you and doing all kinds of stuff to you, she does not believe that you can replace her. That's when they know that you cannot replace her, and or you having money issues, they know you don't have sufficient income, but some reason she's interested in you for some reason. Um, you're going to get the games. Now, men like myself, the games don't happen over here because they know that the money is real. They know that they can be replaced. I'm married, so I'm not talking about myself, but I'm talking about if I was single, they know that they can be replaced easily. Like, if I shave this beard off, I'm about to braid my hair. That's why my hair is like this. I'm growing my hair out, so I'm going through a process with my hair. I'm going to grow my hair down to my shoulders. I got my combs and my brushes right there in my backpack. My wife is going to attend to my hair very soon. I'm going to make her deal with my hair, and I'm going to shampoo it first, and then we're going to get the brushes and combs out, and we're going to fix my hair. So this is a temporary deal. But if I shave this beard off, I get the braid my hair, I look like I'm in my 20s. I'm 45, almost 46, and I have money. It takes a minimum of $3,000 a month to run this house. You have to have at least $2,000 to $3,000 above that $3,000 to be comfortable. The $3,000 is not enough. That's the bare bones minimum. You need to be $2,000 to $3,000 above that to have money left over. That's what I provide. Okay, so I am very valuable. You're not going to find another dude in this neighborhood that has the money that I have. Nobody in this neighborhood knows I have money because my car is not even here. You know where I park? I park my car 15 miles away, and I spend money to Uber to it. Yeah, I spend money to Uber to my car. That way, I know when I go to sleep at night, my car is not accessible to the world. I'm not accessible to the world. My car is hidden away, locked up, and I rather spend the money on the Uber than deal with vandalism. The $800 a month in Uber is cheaper than the vandalism. That the $800 is your deductible. Not to mention your insurance is going to try to recoup that money if your car keeps getting vandalized. So you're going to pay higher insurance if you're living in a neighborhood that keeps screwing with your car, and they keep having to pay out. You're going to end up paying for that in your insurance. So to avoid all of this, I lock the car up. These people do not even know who I am. They barely seen my face outside because I only leave the house when I'm getting into a car, whether it's my wife's car or the Uber. That's it. So they don't even know who I am. But that's how you want to live. But these women, they have not gotten with a man like me yet. They claim they have been with high value men. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Because if you were capable of attracting a high value man, your behavior would have been adjusted a long time ago. Your attitude towards men would be completely different. Or you would have met a high value man and he would have put you in your place and you would have went back to the streets. Those scenarios is exactly what would have happened to you. You would have, if you were intended to keep that same foul attitude. I'm the boss, and this man has got to do what I tell him to do, and he's going to spend all his money and pay 100% of my bills. You'll be back in the streets because we're not going to play that game with you. I pay 100% of my bills for my wife. Keyword is wife. I didn't start paying when I started taking over stuff for her. We were in a serious relationship talking about getting married. We got married quick, but we were engaged within 6 months and married within 12. But as soon as we started talking about getting married and fusing our lives together and bringing our lives together, that's when I took over everything. I got her out of her job. I started paying her bills. I spent over $6,000 repairing her car. Right off the rip, she got her car repaired. Because you know what? My wife is different. And she didn't come at me with this money thing. So, you know what I did? I had sympathy for the wife. And the car was breaking down. It was really fucking bad. This is not a want. This was a need. Okay, there's a difference between a want and a need. Some of these women get on here and they want materialistic things that they should not have. My wife is driving a 2014 Ford C-Max that was about to die. I took the car and resurrected it with over $6,000. That's a need. And without that car, she wouldn't be able to live her life. So, guess what? Out of the goodness of my heart, before I got married to her, I took the car and resurrected it. And then I married her. And then I'm still to this day doing the oil changes, making sure the car runs, because I see how much she relies upon it. Even though I retired her with me. Yes, I'm retired. But she needs the car to run her day-to-day errands, and I do need her car to operational in case if I do need her to help me with something, because my car's locked up, remember? In the days that I don't Uber to my car for class, I get in her car with her and she drives, and she will take us wherever we need to go. So I'm also relying upon her car. So I'm heavily vested in making sure the car is running correctly, so we do have some kind of transportation when I'm not having to Uber to my vehicle. So there's a difference between what I'm doing and what some of these people are attempting to do. These people are attempting to do too much, too fast, too soon, and they're trying to do it with the wrong woman. They're trying to impress the wrong woman, and if you spend the amount of money I spent on my wife, she is not going to appreciate you for it. She is going to resent you, completely and utterly resent you, because she's never had what I just described. And then when you start doing it, with her being your girlfriend, she's going to want this permanently, on a permanent basis. She's not even married to you. And at this point, there's not even a guarantee that she's going to even say yes to marriage with you. She's not in love with you. There women that are in love, they do things differently. You can tell when they're in love with you, when they're constantly touching you, when they're hugging you, when they're constantly kissing you, showing you affection. That is a sign of a woman that's in love. That is a sign of a woman that's into her man. Now, if you go for a hug, she resists, she pulls back, she pushes you back. You can't even kiss her, can't even do other things I can't say on here. If these things are not possible, and she's still expecting stuff from you, you're being used. that's a woman that's not in love with you. She's seeing the money, and she's trying to uh, she's dealing with a gullible and insecure man that does not know his worth. That's why I'm telling you, do not deal with this woman until you get money, because when you get the money and your confidence is going to come up, you're going to have more confidence. You're going to know your worth, especially if you're providing a lot. You're going to know your worth. You're going to have a self-esteem. Now, when you do have the money, now you can pick and choose who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life, and you're not going to be dealing with the gold diggers because you're not going to pick them. So your standards that you have set for yourself are automatically going to eliminate these crazy people out of your life. That's why it is important for both men and women to have standards, because if you set your standards correctly, you're not even going to see these crazy people that you see on TikTok crying about their whole life on here. They can't even get a relationship. You have women that are extremely attractive, and they can't even get a boyfriend because of their attitude. They're like, oh, I'm so hot, I'm the queen of the universe, and look at me, and da 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 da, and they're still single. Meanwhile, my wife has been married almost 3 years to me, getting taken care of. So my wife got what they want. And my wife is very attractive, by the way. I just posted pictures of her last night. So she is on par with some of these other women, but yet she has what they are crying for. Can you take a page out of her book and do what she did? That's how you're gonna get married and how you're gonna stay married. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do as an adult, male or female, I don't know how you expect things to happen, good things to happen for you. I'm out of here.